Today, first grade, for your new math lesson, we have two different things to go over. The first is your new facts. So you'll need your lesson worksheet 50-1A out in front of you. And today we are looking at sums of 13 and 14. Okay, now some of these we already know. One of them is a doubles plus 1, and one of them is an adding 9. Okay, so we already know 2 of the 3, which should make this really super easy for us. So if we're looking, this one right here, this is our adding 9 fact. 4 plus 9 is 13. Okay, hopefully that's a fact you already know. The other fact that we know already is this doubles plus 1. Double up the 6, 12, and one more makes 13, so 6 plus 7 is 13. Okay, so we already know those two. That's the same thing over here. 7 plus 6 is 13, and 9 plus 4 is 13. Those are the facts we've already gone through. So we have one new fact for today for our sum of 13, and that is this one here. 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. If you need to double check me, you're welcome to go to your math folder, start at 5 and count 8 more, or start at 8 and count 5 more. Make a number line at the top and count it that way also. Or you could even start at 5 and keep counting till you get to 13 using dots. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? There's lots of ways to prove that our answer is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, we also have 3 facts for our sum of 14, and 2 of those you already know, and I bet you can figure out why. We have one that's not up here because it's a doubles, and that's 7 plus 7. Okay, we already know that one for certain, don't we? One's an adding 9 fact, and that would be this one right here. 5 plus 9 is 14. 9 plus 5 is 14. So we have 2 facts here that are new for our sums of 14, and those are these 2 facts right here. 6 plus 8 is 14. 8 plus 6 is 14. Okay, you're going to say, well, Mrs. Friedrichs, they're the same. Yep, but when you start with a different number at the top, it is a little more difficult for us to sometimes remember, depending on the order. So we basically have 2 new facts depending on if you switch the numbers around, and those are 5 plus 8 equals 13. Same thing as 8 plus 5 is 13. And then you have 6 plus 8 equals 14, and 8 plus 6 equals 14. Okay? Now at the bottom here, we need to put in the correct answers. You'll notice that some of these you already know, right? Because they're the review facts for you. But these are adding 13, or sums of 13 and sums of 14. So let's go ahead and find our answers. 6 plus 7 is 13. Hopefully you're said, oh, Mrs. Friedrichs, that one is so easy for me. Hopefully it is, because that's a fact we've been doing for a long time already. 8 plus 6 is 14. Remember that if you need to, start at 8 and count 6 more. You can use 6 fingers. You can use 6 linking cubes. You can make 6 dots. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. 4 plus 9 is 13. 7 plus 7 is 14. 8 plus 5 is 13. Next row, 8 plus 6, 14. 9 plus 4, 13. 6 plus 8 is 14. 5 plus 9 is 14. And 7 plus 6 is 13. There's one more row down here for us to fill in. 5 plus 8, 13. 9 plus 5 is 14. 6 plus 7 is 13. 7 plus 7 is 14. And 4 plus 9 is 13. Now the back side of this page is for you, for your parents, telling them what we practiced today. Okay, today we practiced our sums of 13 and 14. Here are the new facts that you'll be tested with, along with our review facts. So as we go along the next couple of days, really push yourself to work on these facts and work through these facts. This sheet you get to keep at home. Please do not send this one back. Keep home. It's for your practice, okay? Now today we are also going to be working with making an organized list. So you'll need to have your problem-solving worksheet out. Put your name and your date on the paper. November 20th, 2020. Okay, now, today we're going to learn how to solve a problem by making an organized list. You're going to need to listen carefully as I read the problem to see what we know and what we need to find out. You're going to point to the words as I read them. So use your pointer finger, use the back of your pencil, whatever you need to do. Riley has a cup of pennies and a cup of dimes. Show all the different ways he can make 45 cents using his dimes and pennies. Okay, what is something that we know? Well, we know that Riley has a cup and it's filled with pennies and dimes. What else do we know? We know that the total amount is 45 cents. So what is this problem asking us to do? Well, this problem is asking us to show all the different ways that he can make 45 cents using his dimes and pennies. Now, you could totally start drawing all this out and you could have pages upon pages upon pages of coins. Okay? But we want to start by using 45 cents with the fewest or least amount of dimes and pennies that we can. That's how we want to start. Okay, so we know that he could show 45 cents by having 4 dimes and 5 pennies. Okay, we know that. Now, what happens if I get rid of a dime and I make those into pennies? I trade dimes for pennies. Well, now all of a sudden, instead of 4 dimes, I'm going to have 3 dimes. If I got rid of a dime, I still need to keep that amount that was 10 cents. So that 1 dime is going to turn into 10 extra pennies. So now I have 5 pennies plus 10 more, or 10 pennies plus 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? Now, if I get rid of another dime, now instead of having 3 dimes, I have 2 dimes. I got rid of another dime, so I need to trade that dime for 10 pennies. So I need to add 10 to 15. And that gives me 25. So now I have 2 dimes and 25 pennies. Okay. Now, if I get rid of one more dime, I now have one left, one dime. If I traded that dime away, I had to get another 10 pennies for it. So I need to add 10 pennies to what I have, 25. 25 plus 10 is 35 pennies. Okay. And then if I get rid of another dime, that means I have 0 dimes. I don't have any. And if I have to add 10 more there, that means I have 45 pennies. Okay. Now, that was a lot of little work. If you have dimes and pennies at home, you could literally be practicing taking the dime away, adding 10 more pennies to it. But just know that if you get rid of a dime, you still need to have those 10 cents worth. And when we only have dimes and pennies, if you get rid of a dime, you have to give 10 more pennies to the penny column. Okay, and that's what we showed here. So we have this written on our paper. You can see that we had how many different ways that Riley could make 45 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now, do each of our combinations show a total of 45 cents? Yes. Are each of our combinations different? Yes. None of these answers here are the same. Okay, what did we do to solve this problem? To solve this problem, we made an organized list. Okay, you could have even numbered them if you wanted to. You did not have to do that though. Okay, we solved this problem by making an organized list. Now you're going to have a chance to do this on your own. Turn it to the B side and put your name on your paper. I am going to read it for you, and then I want you to go ahead and try to figure out all the ways that we can make 37 cents, it looks like. Okay? So, let's go ahead and get started. Once again, follow along with your pencil, the back of your pencil, or with your finger as I read this. It says, Jordan has a cup of pennies and a cup of dimes. Show all the different ways she can make 37 cents using her dimes and pennies. All right, so what you need to do is you need to say, okay, what are the fewest numbers of dimes and pennies that I can use to make 37 cents? And you know that that's 3 dimes, 7 pennies. Okay? Now, that's just one way. Now you need to get rid of a dime and add the pennies. Get rid of a dime and add the pennies until you have only pennies that you're using. Answer how many different ways Jordan can make 37 cents. And what did you use to solve this problem? You made an organized list. Could you have drawn a picture? Yes, you could have. It would have been a little mumble jumbled, but you could have made pictures for this and then explain how you got your answer. Just talk that through with an adult. Okay? When you are done with this back side of the paper, I would like you to please put this into your Friday folder so that I can take a look at it. Have a great Thanksgiving break, first grade.